What if I told you the difference between someone who loves you and someone who only says they love you can be found in just 2 questions? Most people miss it because they're too busy listening to sweet words instead of watching for these 2 powerful signs. See, love isn't proven by the "I miss you" texts or the "you look amazing today" compliments. Those are nice, but they don't reveal the depth of someone's heart. Real love shows up in curiosity, in the desire to know you, to understand you, and to stand with you. Not just when it's convenient, but especially when it's not. And if you pay attention, you'll notice that a person who truly loves you will always ask you 2 questions. If this is connecting with you, take a second right now, hit that like button, because I want more people to stop chasing empty words and start recognizing real love when it's right in front of them. Ladies and gentlemen, in a world filled with quick encounters, polished pictures, and carefully presented versions of love, it has become harder and harder to recognize what real love truly looks like. We are trained to think that love shows itself through gifts, compliments, or big gestures. But none of those on their own prove something real. The truth is, the true measure of love is not how loudly someone says it, but how deeply they try to understand you. A person who truly loves you will not be satisfied with shallow conversations. They won't settle for simply knowing your favorite meal or asking how your day was. No, someone who genuinely loves you will want to look past the mask you show the world. They will lean into your silence, your discomfort, and your vulnerability, because that's where your truth lives. And that is what real love wants to meet. This is where we see the difference between affection and commitment. Affection can be warm, playful, and even honest, but commitment, real love, goes beyond that. It asks the hard questions. It slows down to listen. It waits to truly understand. And often the people who love you most don't just tell you with words. They ask you, not once, not out of habit, but with full attention and sincerity. There are 2 questions that reveal the depth of someone's love for you, not in a dreamy or poetic sense, but in a psychological one. These are questions that uncover whether a person is here for your comfort or for your growth. Questions that point to more than emotional support, they show moral responsibility. If someone asks you these with real intent, chances are what they feel is not just emotion, but love in its purest, most responsible form. When we talk about love, most people imagine feelings, excitement, attraction, or joy. But under all of that, real love is about attention. It's about whether someone is willing to step outside themselves long enough to truly see you. Not the version they wish you were, not the version you post to the world, but the real you. And this kind of attention is never casual, it's intentional. A person who really loves you will show it, not just in their actions, but in the questions they choose to ask. And the first, the most telling, is a question that may sound simple, but is rarely asked with real depth. How are you really doing? This question is powerful not because of the words, but because of the intention behind them. It is not the shallow passing "how are you" that people use in daily life. This version, with really added, shows a readiness to hear the raw truth, even if it's uncomfortable. It invites honesty. It signals that the person isn't here for small talk or emotional decoration. They are here to understand your reality, even if it's painful, messy, or hard to put into words, and that takes courage from both sides. A person who asks how you're really doing is taking a risk. They are opening themselves up to your pain. They are making space for emotions that could leave them feeling helpless, confused, or even responsible. But they do it anyway. Why? Because love is not passive. When love is real, it moves towards suffering, not away from it. It doesn't flinch in the face of difficulty. It doesn't hide behind convenience or distraction. Real love wants to know, even when the truth hurts. And when you are the one being asked, truly asked, how are you really doing? You feel something shift. Your guard begins to lower. Not because the person solved your problems, but because they were willing to face them with you. They didn't rush in with advice or quick fixes. They simply gave you the rare gift of being seen. And in today's world, that is one of the most uncommon things. To be seen without judgment, to be heard without correction, to be met with patience instead of pressure. Now think about the opposite. Think about all the people who claim they love you but never once ask about your inner world. People who enjoy spending time with you, who laugh with you, maybe even say I love you, yet remain completely detached from your emotional reality. They don't ask about your fears, your stress, your doubts, or the battles you fight in silence. This doesn't always mean they don't care. Sometimes it's because they don't know how. Emotional depth scares them. Vulnerability feels heavy, so they choose safer ground. Jokes, small talk, daily routines. But safety is not love. Comfort is not love. Love is the courage to step into your discomfort and stand beside you there. That's why the question, how are you really doing, is not a casual one. It's a test. It reveals where someone stands in relation to your pain. Do they avoid it? Do they act like it doesn't exist? Or do they lean in, even when it's difficult to hear? The person who loves you won't always have the perfect words. They may not always know how to help, but they will ask, and in asking they say something much deeper than any romantic line ever could. They're saying, I care about what you're carrying. You don't have to carry it by yourself. You don't have to hide your scars here. With me, you're safe. This kind of love is rare. It isn't based on what you give or what you look like or how you perform. It's based on presence. And presence is the true foundation of intimacy. If someone is emotionally present enough to ask how you're really doing and patient enough to listen, they are giving you something more precious than affection. They are giving you connection. And connection, when it's based on truth rather than performance, is what allows love to grow. So the next time someone tells you they love you, pay attention not just to their words, but to their questions. Because the one who dares to ask, how are you really doing, is not only looking for an answer, they're giving you permission to be real, to be vulnerable, and to let someone stand with you in that place. That is perhaps the most honest form of love you'll ever feel. Genuine love doesn't stop at understanding your pain or offering comfort. There is something even more powerful that appears when someone truly values your existence, not only as you are now, but also for who you are becoming. That power lies in their desire to see you grow, and the people who love you sincerely will ask another question, one that cuts through comfort and reaches the core of love's true meaning. What can I do to help you grow? This is not a question most people connect with love. Many think of love as ease, romance, or just feeling good. But real love carries a deeper, more demanding purpose. It's not only about accepting who you are, it's about supporting who you are meant to become. When someone asks how they can help you grow, they are acknowledging that you are not fixed. You are always changing, always evolving, and they want to walk with you in that process. You are not meant to remain the same. You are designed to grow, to rise higher, to expand your life, and the person who truly loves you will be willing to join you in that process, even if it feels uncomfortable or challenging for them. Asking how they can help you grow takes humility. It says, I am not here to control your growth. I am not here to decide who you should become. But I want to walk with you as you discover it. It admits that growth is deeply personal. And instead of assuming they know what's right for you, they come with curiosity and openness. In essence, they are saying, your growth matters to me. Your future is important, and I want to walk beside you as you move ahead. Think about what that looks like in daily life. Growth is rarely smooth. It brings risks, mistakes, and discomfort. When you are truly growing, you are often stepping into the unknown. You may be starting something new, leaving something behind, or questioning beliefs that shaped you for years. Many people, even if they care for you, may feel unsettled by this. They may feel afraid you're changing too quickly, or that they are being left behind. Without realizing it, they might hold you back. Not because they mean harm, but because your growth challenges their comfort. But someone who truly loves you will rise above that fear. They will ask what you need, not what keeps them secure. They will want to know how they can stand by you, even if it means shifting their own expectations. That's because love that encourages growth is never controlling. It doesn't try to keep you in one place. It sees your potential and pushes you to step into it, even if that means letting you move beyond old habits, past environments, or even people who no longer fit your journey. And it's important to see that this kind of support doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it's small and quiet. It might be someone giving you space to focus, encouraging you to take a bold step, challenging you when you fall into excuses, or simply reminding you of your strength when you forget it yourself. But underneath it all, the message is the same. They are invested in your growth. They see your future as something that matters to both of you. Now pause and ask yourself, who in your life has ever asked how they can help you grow? Not how they can fix you, not how they can change you, but how they can stand beside you while you grow. That is a rare question, and it reveals a rare kind of love, because at its core, this question is about responsibility. It's about stepping into the responsibility of being part of someone's becoming. It's not about shaping them into your idea of who they should be. It's about offering strength, encouragement, and presence as they shape themselves. That takes emotional maturity. It takes setting aside ego, letting go of control, and treating the relationship as a place where both can grow together. When someone asks how they can help you grow, they are aligning themselves with your vision. They are saying, I want to be the kind of person who adds fuel to your journey. That's unheard. Why? Because presence without emotional engagement is simply another kind of absence. It's an empty version of connection. The truth is, someone who genuinely loves you will not just show up in body. They will remain truly present, especially when it matters most. Remaining present is more than being nearby. It means giving full attention, not as a duty but as a choice. It means being mentally, emotionally, and psychologically there with you. It means when you speak, they listen, not just to reply, but to understand. It means when you are in pain, they don't run away from the discomfort or hide behind work or distractions. They stay, they sit with you. They don't rush your healing or try to force quick solutions. They simply refuse to leave you in the moments you need them most. This kind of presence is rare, especially today when most people are constantly distracted. Think about the times you've tried to express something important and were met with half attention. Someone nodding while scrolling on their phone. Someone throwing quick solutions at you without really hearing your heart. Someone brushing off what you said because it made them uneasy. These may feel small, but they are quiet betrayals. Not dramatic, not loud, but deeply wounding. They slowly break down trust. And trust is the soil where love grows. When someone stays truly present, they are sending a powerful message. You are worth my time, my focus, and my energy. That message doesn't just comfort you, it heals you. Because many people grow up in homes where presence was conditional. Love was pulled away when they cried too much, felt too deeply, or made mistakes. So to finally have someone stay, especially in your hardest moments, is not just supportive, it's redemptive. And it shows you, maybe for the first time, that your emotions are not too much, that your struggles are not a burden, that you don't have to hide your inner world in order to be loved. Emotional presence also shows up in consistency. Anyone can appear once, anyone can say the right thing in a crisis, but the person who truly loves you will keep showing up even when the emotions repeat, even when solutions are unclear, even when the process is painfully slow. Love is not measured by how someone treats you when life is simple. Love is revealed by how someone behaves when things are hard, inconvenient, or emotionally heavy. And if they can stay present in those moments, that presence becomes the most sacred form of love there is. Being present also means being patient. Real presence doesn't rush your healing or demand you have clarity right away. It makes room for silence. It makes room for confusion. It respects your pace, and in that respect it creates space. Space for trust to grow deeper. Space for pain to finally be released. Space for transformation to begin. Sometimes the greatest gift someone can give is not advice or answers, but simply the grace of not leaving while you find your way. Ask yourself, who in your life has stayed when you were at your lowest? Who has seen your tears, your anger, your confusion, and still didn't walk away? Not because they had to, but because they wanted to. That kind of loyalty is not born from duty. It's born from love that sees past the moment. Love that says you matter to me even when you're not at your best. Presence then is not just some romantic idea, it is a moral choice. It is proof of real integrity, because it's easy to say you love someone when everything looks perfect, but it's something very different to live that love when the person you care for is hurting, doubting, or falling apart. If they can stay connected with you in those moments, without judging, without rushing you, without pulling away, then that is not only affection, that is character. At the end of the day, we don't remember who gave us gifts or sweet words. We remember who stayed, who looked at our chaos and didn't run, who saw our pain and didn't turn away. That is the one who loves you, not because you made them feel good, but because your humanity meant more to them than their comfort. And that kind of presence, that is not just love, that is a safe place. When someone truly loves you, they're not only interested in what you're doing, but in how you're doing. They're not focused only on your performance or what you can give, but on your well-being, your inner world, your emotional state, your mental and even spiritual condition. And one of the strongest signs of that kind of love is a question that sounds so small on the surface, but carries so much depth. Are you really okay? Not asked quickly, not as a polite formality, but as a real and open invitation for you to be honest, to be vulnerable, to be seen in a world where everyone is pressured to look strong. We are constantly told to show strength. We are expected to smile, to move on, to keep working, no matter what is happening inside us. Many people get so used to this performance that even the ones closest to them start to believe the mask. You might be breaking inside, but still hear people say, "You're so strong," or "You're doing great," simply because you didn't fall apart in front of them. But the one who truly loves you, who sees past the surface, won't be tricked by that mask. They will pause, look you in the eyes, and ask the question most people avoid. Are you really okay? That question carries power. It cuts through the performance. It gently breaks the act. It gives you permission to be human again. It says, I notice something in you that worries me. I sense a change in your energy, your tone, your presence, and I care enough not to let it slide. That kind of care is not passive, it is active love. It means they're not only hearing your words, but what sits behind your words. Yet the question itself isn't enough. What makes it healing is the space that follows. The silence, the patience, the calm to wait for your real truth to come out. Not the practiced answer, but the honest one. The answer that says, no, I'm not okay, or I don't even know what I feel. And when someone listens to that and doesn't back away, doesn't try to fix everything right away, doesn't dismiss or distract, that's when you feel safe. Because real safety in love is not only about protection or loyalty, it's about giving permission. Permission to be seen in your weakness without fear of being left. This kind of presence needs deep emotional intelligence. It takes someone who can look past their own need for comfort and let your truth be. It also takes courage, because asking someone if they're really okay means being ready to hear pain, to see suffering, and to hold that space without breaking down themselves. That is why many people don't ask this question with sincerity, because it's easier to believe everything is fine. It's easier to stay on the surface, but love that stays only on the surface doesn't heal. It only delays the wound. Now think about how it feels when someone asks this question often, not only when you're visibly upset, but as a regular act of care. Are you really okay? Becomes another way of saying, I'm paying attention to your emotional world. I care enough to check in, even when you don't ask for help, even when you hide your pain so well that no one notices. I notice. That builds trust. That builds closeness. That builds a love that is far deeper than romantic gestures or soft words. It says, I won't let you carry this weight alone. And there's more. When someone asks you if you're really okay, it often reminds you to ask yourself the same question. We get so busy with life that we stop noticing our own emotional truth. But when someone who loves you pauses and asks with honesty, it acts like a mirror, showing you what you may have been too busy or too scared to feel. Sometimes, you don't even realize how much pain you're holding until someone makes space for it. This kind of care changes relationships. It builds a ground where both people can rest, can drop the mask, can admit when they're not okay without fear of being judged or left behind. Because real love, mature love, doesn't run away from honesty. It welcomes it. It respects it. It knows that to love someone deeply means being willing to sit with their darkness without trying to switch on the light too fast. So if someone asks you often and sincerely, are you really okay? Understand what that means. It means they choose to see you, not just admire you. It means they value your inner peace more than your outer image. It means they offer the kind of love that listens, that waits, that never punishes you for speaking your truth. And that kind of love, it's rare, it's precious. It's the kind of love we all long for, and the kind we must